What up, y'all? It's your girl Liv, aka Fleek, and today we're going to do a Q&A and get ready with me. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you guys can get any notifications of my posts, as you know how inconsistent I am. So let's be real. Who knows when I'm going to release another video? I want to answer some of these questions. I'm excited. Guys' questions. I have about a couple, like 10 of them that I'm going to answer. So let's get started. I'm going to clean up my brows, and I probably really should have had everything together and out, but we'll see how this goes. I will try my best, because normally I'm used to like just saying, oh, I'm using this brush and I'm using this concealer, but I'm just gonna do my makeup and chit chat with you guys. So the first question is, what is your name? And I could have sworn I made this evident, but I guess not. My name is Olivia. Last name is Dozier. I actually do prefer my actual name. Like, I love my name. I think it's really pretty. But a lot of people call me Liv now. A lot of people used to call me like Oli, and I really hate Oliver. Please don't call me Oliver. I'm not gonna respond. Most of the time I just respond to Liv. So you can call me Liv. In this quarantine, let me tell y'all, this I can't find my tweezers, and it's frustrating me because I seriously need to get my brows done. I need my nails done. I need so much done. So this whole get ready with me and chit chat, is something else. Okay. Some of these questions is like, what the heck? Do you like girls? That's an interesting one. As a friend, yes, I like girls, but in a relationship and on the sexual level and intimate level, no, I don't like girls. When I'm drunk, I act like a whole completely different person. I act like a little fake chick that likes girls, see, and that's where I be playing too much, playing with people's feelings. Because when you get drunk, you're just happy and you're friendly and you just want to be all lovable, but I don't really see myself being intimate with another woman. I probably kissed a girl in the Truth or Dare. I don't know if that counts, but yeah, no, I don't like girls. Sorry to disappoint, because I know I be getting DMs and stuff like, oh, you know, just some crazy DMs. What made you such a good friend? Oh my gosh. What made me such a good friend? I don't know. I think I treat people like how I want to be treated. If I know I'm a loyal and I'm a loving person, I'm going to expect that same type of characteristics from another person. So I try to give off those kind of vibes in order to receive those kind of vibes back. If I was ain't shit ass person, I'm not going to expect somebody to be something to me. So I feel like part of being a good friend is being loyal, being loving, being understanding, being a good listener. Sometimes there's the time to say something, and sometimes there's just a time where you just listen and be understanding, especially to many different situations. I know I had many situations where I know my friends wanted to tell me about myself, and maybe they felt like it wasn't their place. So also being a good friend is just knowing your place in certain situations, unless you know your friend is in danger or just doing something that's completely stupid. But if they just going back and forth for certain things and you know how they are, then you kind of just let them be. I feel like I'm just a good friend because I've been treated poorly by friends before, and I just don't want to mirror that off to anybody else, like, because it doesn't feel good, whether you're in an intimate relationship with anybody or just in a regular friendship with the opposite sex or with the same sex. Like, Nobody wants to be treated poorly by anybody. We go through a hard enough life to even deal with certain people like that. Negative energy. Everybody should want to see each other be up. So yeah, that's my spiel on how I've been such a good friend. I know I can be a brat. I just know. And great. My battery on my on my freaking camera is going to die. Oh my god. Well, we'll just rock with it until it decides to shut off. It is all good. Are you single? Where are you from? And can we be friends? I'm going to answer the first two questions because I've been getting a whole lot of questions like, can we be friends? When are you going to give me a chance? When are you going to talk to me? It's just a bunch of those. And I'm not going to say that they're getting old, but they're never going to end. So I kind of ignore them. My thing is, I'm not about to be like really meeting anyone on social media. I'm going to try my best not to meet anybody from social media because meeting somebody off of social media is just, it's dangerous. It is dangerous. And soon you guys will understand what I'm talking about when I say it's dangerous. My face is so dry. So, am I single? Yes, I am very much single, and I think I'm gonna stay single for a while. I know that's not what people want to hear. The waiting list of guys waiting to be with Olivia. I'm sorry. No, not to toot my own horn, but no, I'm going to be single and I'm gonna stay single for a while. And I honestly probably should have just remained single because I just need to get my headspace together. And I just got out of a relationship and that was really hard on me. So I am going to remain single because right now I don't trust nobody. I really don't. And it's sad to say because you shouldn't let like your last relationship dictate how the rest of your relationships are gonna be. But I just truly, in all honesty, I don't trust anybody. So that's just that. And I know that it is wrong to feel that way, but everybody needs their space and their healing time. Like I truly know I need to heal because I'm not right. In that I am not right. Like I go back and forth between forgiving, not forgiving, mad, sad, happy, just angry, wild out, wanna cuss everybody and anybody out who just knew everything that was going on, including the person, you know? So it's just best that I stay single for now. You know, especially for the summer. I want to hang with my girls. Like that's the main thing that I really just care about is really just focusing on my relationships with my friends because I feel like I haven't went out with them in almost a year, like going out to the clubs or, I mean, we've been to dinners, but just being free and me not being on my phone and constantly answering my phone and constantly being paranoid. Like I cannot just wait for that. That's what I'm looking forward to, honestly. My hands are ashy. Where are you from? I am from Cleveland, Ohio, CLE, the land. That is where I am from. And a lot of people think this place is boring, and it is. It's gotten slightly better. You can find your ways of having fun. I love when people who never been here come. It's a lot more fun because you get to have them experience the things that you experience and you get to see their reactions. So on to, I guess this will be piggybacking off of the are you single? It's kind of more relationship-y. What's your type of man? What is my type of man? That's a good question. I probably should have thought about these questions before I like answered it. I think I just wanted it to be more natural when I answer these questions, so that's why I'm not prepared. But my kind of man, honestly, coming out of the relationship that I was in, I would say a man who is similar to me. Because in all honesty, in my last relationship, I felt like that person was mirroring who I was, and that's why I fell so deeply in love with that person. So I would say a compassionate man who is educated and driven, goal-driven, and who has a sensitive side, who's really all about me and has loyalty to me. So he possesses loyalty and has values, God-fearing. Definitely, I think that's number one. He has to be God-fearing. Any man that's really, truly God-fearing is going to be a person who really holds himself accountable. That's another thing. Holding yourself accountable and taking responsibility. Any man who does not do those things is not the man for you, sis. Because he is never going to be truly apologetic when he's wrong and sincere. I would like my man to be empathetic. I like my man to be a leader. Like, guys want so much out of a woman and want their women to be like submissive and be like, you know, womanly, which is fine. Like, that's another thing I liked about my last relationship. Like, I felt more womanly. Like, I didn't really have to take on like big roles that I expect a man to take, you know. So family oriented. Oh my gosh, he gotta be family oriented, cultured. I'm probably naming like a perfect guy. And honestly, oh my gosh, sorry guys, I got this. And honestly, like, don't get me wrong, I expect a man to have flaws, but it's one thing to like have like flaws physically and may just have a little bit more of an anger issue than me, but it's like, how do you react to your flaws? Do you let them just completely eat you up and you spaz out and you know, don't know how to control yourself? Or do you are aware that you have these flaws and you do things daily to try to fix those? It's all about change behavior, especially when it comes to a man apologizing. Like, you can apologize all day, but if you go back to acting the same way, really, what are you sorry for? You're not sorry for anything. So that's what I look for in a man. So I forgot a big one. Money. And I'm not saying that as in a gold digger aspect. It's just like, if I could provide myself with certain things without having to ask you, oh honey, please, you need to have some type of income. Because I cannot. If you don't have nothing in your own name, oh my God, I got a whole bunch of stuff. Just whatever. If you can't get anything in your own name, a place to stay, a car, credit cards, anything. If you can't get those things in your name, don't even bother talking to me, because off the break, it's a no. It's a no. I'm not doing that no more. I'm in a place in my life where I can get everything and anything on my own. Like, whether it's with time, if it's with money now, whether it's like with my credit, whatever I can provide for myself, I expect the person that I'm with to do the same, if not more. And that's just that. And that's just not me being a gold digger or just wanting a certain kind of guy. Like, no. And I hate that. Like, if I may come off that way, I apologize, because you can be like, you don't have to have it all to be with me. You don't. You just need to be up to par with me or a little bit above me. And that's just speaking on a grown woman level. And I think all women my age has to start thinking that way. You can't just be thinking about, oh, like, because somebody is fun and this and that. That's where I messed up a lot of the times. Oh my God, my brows are just, oh, I wish I would have found this tweezer a long time ago. I would have plucked these before I even did my makeup, but that's okay. We're just gonna have to take pictures on that side. That's so ugly. So yes, so we gotta add money into that. So God-fearing, loyal, and has an income and can get things in his own name and don't have an extensive criminal record. Oh my God, like, you would be so amazed by how many guys out here just, if you do background checks, make sure you check his ID. That's all I gotta say. Cause my experiences. Oh my God, you cannot trust nobody. These dudes will lie. They do not care. Not grown men. I don't think real, true grown men lie about stupid things like their age and their names and what they do for a living. Like, playing with somebody like that, that's messed up. That's cruel. It's truly just a cruel way to treat anybody that you claim to say that you love, that you care about, and that you just wanna, you claiming that they're their soulmate. See, look at me going off of my experiences. Let me just save that for the next question. So I think I'm going for my regular day time makeup / turn into nighttime makeup. This is my go-to look. Let's just say that. It's my go-to look these days. Keeping it more in the earth tones, I guess. Okay, next question. All right, I'm gonna jump to my past relationships since we're already on the topic of relationships, and I seem to already be going in on relationships. This question says, your past relationships, narcissistic men, how did you leave like the final straw? Yeah. This, I will say, when I received this question, it was like a trigger because I'm still living in the aftermath of it all. Still kind of like going back and forth. Whenever I find out new information, it triggers me, and I just be like, how could you? Like, why would you do that? And it's just like, when you deal with somebody who has no empathy, it's just like they really don't care. So let me just say, narcissistic men are probably the most dangerous men you can ever deal with. And narcissism doesn't have a gender. There are women who are narcissistic. And when you talk about narcissism, like regular, healthy, normal people talk about narcissism like far as being vain and wanting to take a bunch of selfies and want to be like the baddest and just looks like an Instagram model or whatever. And everybody has like self-confidence. Those things are like self-confidence, and some people's are higher than others. But narcissism, like NPD, when you have an actual narcissistic personality disorder, that is a dangerous person to be with because they will emotionally drain you. And it goes in cycles. Like, there is, three things that happen, 3 phases that happen in a narcissistic relationship. So the first one is the idealization. Did I say that right? So AKA the love bombing phase. And then you have the devalue stage. And then you have the discard phase. Discard phase. So in the love bombing phase, oh my God, this is like the honeymoon phase on steroids. It is the most glamorized and most beautiful experience. You think you found your soulmate, and it is just everything. It's so powerful that you just release these chemicals in your brain that's just really making you fall even harder for this person, not knowing that this person is actually mirroring the things that you are and the things that you feed to them, that you tell them what you expect out of a significant other. So when they just basically fall in love with you, or they make you fall in love with them at a strong attachment, it's scary how strong they make you fall in love with them. And then you get on to the devaluing stage. Now this stage is so heartbreaking, especially to a person who's very empathetic and highly sensitive. Like, it just completely shocks you, because in the whole love bombing phase, the person that you're with is basically like complimenting you a million times a day. They're making it seem like you're just someone who walks on water, like you're the greatest thing that ever happened to them, that they found their soulmate and all that other good stuff. So in the devaluing stage, this is a stage where things get really abusive, and when you're dealing with somebody who is very like vicious and malicious and vindictive, it could get really, really dangerous. So in the discarding phase, they'll start to nitpick at certain things. Like it kind of starts off slowly, even though it goes from 0 to 100. So like I said, in the discarding phase, they'll start to nitpick at things about you. They'll like try to downplay you. They'll try to pick at your insecurities to make, they just want you to feel low about yourself, like so low, and then you're gonna be constantly yearning for what you had in the beginning, which was that love bombing. So they're just constantly like just being, they can be verbally abusive, emotionally, spiritually, and then at crazy times, like in my times, it can get abusive. And it's just, it's really just a heartbreaking experience. Like I never experienced nothing like this in my life. So for me, it was just very heartbreaking. And it gives you those like withdrawal feelings. Like that's when it feels like a drug, when you're in a relationship like that. So you're in the devaluing phase, and then they go into the discard phase, where it's just like, oh, you're just nothing to them now, so they don't even like care. And they can be very blunt about it because they lack empathy. So it's just, I don't know how to really explain it. Like I'm still learning it for myself, and I feel like the narcissist is really like looking for a supply. They're like vampires. Like they really just, when they come back into your life after discarding, it's really just to repeat that cycle over again. They're gonna do the love bombing, and they're going to go back to the devaluing, and they're gonna discard you again, as long as you continue to let them. And they never come back just for genuine reasons. Like these people aren't genuine people. They come back for a motive, that they want something from you. Whether they want something, it could be like material things or money, or just to build up their self-esteem, whatever, or to just even, yeah, like to build up their self-esteem. Like they need that supply. They need to feel like they walk on water. So like I said, loving a person like that is very, very draining. And especially when you're like getting abused at the same time. And then when it gets to a point where people get involved and police get involved, it's just messy. It's really messy. It's heartbreaking, especially when you're just a healthy person and you're expecting a healthy relationship where you're talking things out and trying to solve the problem. However, with a narcissist, they don't ever take accountability, ever. And they're never going to take responsibility. And when you do try to talk out the issues and everything, they try to make up excuses to why they are this way, or why they don't want to talk about this right now, or why they're stressed and they're going through other things. And it just, everything about you and your needs and your wants, it doesn't matter. That's another thing with the narcissist. You are not a real person. They want you to be who they want you to be, just so you can look perfect to the outside people. That's where the narcissism comes. Like they want to be perfect to the outside, and in reality, it's not like that at all. So I feel like in my relationship, I was walking on eggshells a lot. Like, I feel like there was a lot of projection, a lot of accusations, being told that I'm being a cheater and being told I'm this and being told I'm that. Being like in the devaluing phase, it was just like comparing me to people that you shouldn't even be comparing anybody to. Like, it really shouldn't even matter. The people in your past shouldn't even matter. Because before, in the love bombing phase, you're being told that, oh, the exes are literally like, they make their exes seem like they're just the worst people on the planet. Like, they was treated poorly, like they wasn't being trusted, and they were being told to do this and to do that, and they were controlling. When in reality, all they're doing is projecting and telling you exactly how they are. Like, to the outside world and looking on social media, you would think that this person is God-fearing and God has given this person so many chances to live, and they are just this great person, they're good to talk to, and yeah, this person is good to talk to, and this and that, until you actually figure out who that person is. Like, that's the most, like, that was the most, like, shocking to me, is actually figuring out who this person was. So the question was, what was my last straw? I feel like my last straw really should have been at the abuse. Like, and the abuse happened more than once, and it really should have been there, but I was just so confused. I thought it was just like more of just a case of a toxic kind of relationship. Like, oh, like, I'm being this way, you're being this way, we're both equally this way. When in reality, like, you shouldn't be putting your hands on me if I'm not putting my hands on you. And so that, I think that was leading up to my last straw. Like, it was at a point of confusion. A lot of victims are confused, and they get this apology, and they're like, oh, I'm never gonna do it again, I'm never gonna do it again, and then they end up doing it again. A lot of victims go back like 3 to 4 times, or to the point where they get killed in a situation like that. So when this person kind of like discarded me and completely blocked me, we had that week of like freedom. It completely opened my eyes to like what I just didn't want to accept anymore and what I didn't want anymore. It was so like a breath of fresh air. Like, I was able to like talk to who I want to talk to and go hang with my friends and invite my friends over, and nobody getting mad at me because I'm around my friends. Like, I'm around my fucking friends. Like, it was just to a point where it's just like, oh, everything that I do, if I even take a bath, I'm cheating. Like, not having to deal with that was probably everything to me. It was just like a week of apologizing and pretending to apologize and to be sorry about everything, and that only lasted a week, and then it went right back to just more verbal abuse, more emotional abuse. Like, me being a healthy, normal person, like, I'm actually hurt by the situation. Like, how could you possibly treat somebody like this after they done stuck by your side and this time, and stuck by your side and this time, and offered you this and offered you that? And I thought it was like an equal thing, because like, oh, this person would do things for me too. So when in reality, comes to find out that they were the things that I just found out by people. Y'all just don't understand how mad it made me. Like, I just could not believe this person was this person. My last straw was just the constant abuse. The constant lies and the constant abuse. Like, you can only take but so much. And I'm a person with confidence, and I think that person kind of sensed that. Like, I'm just not a person to easily fall for things after a certain while. Like, once you constantly get abused and constantly this and constantly finding things out that you don't want nothing to do with, that person starts to like essentially resent you. Oh my god, this is bleeding. Very heartbreaking. It's kind of difficult to like really like find forgiveness in, because that person is never really gonna give you a true, genuine, sincere apology. It's really probably never going to be closure. So you have to really kind of find closure within yourself when you're in a relationship like that. I'm going to have to let that dry, because I'm going to have to, yeah. I'm gonna have to fix that off screen. So yeah, I think if I would have did this video a couple days ago, I probably would be crying in this video. But after just finding out just complete bull, like I'm at the point where I just don't even give a fuck. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm really at the point where I just do not even care anymore. And that when cheating is involved, when I find out that you just really been behind my back doing me dirty and I'm over here sticking by your side through thick and thin, oh honey, listen, now I'm really done. Now I'm really just now I'm at the point where it's just like, you ain't gonna tell me the truth, like lay it out on the table. I'll respect you more if you just lay it out on the table, like, hey, this is what I was doing, and just give an apology. But I'm never gonna get that, so there's that. I don't. Okay, off of my soapbox. How old were you when you became a mom, and then your nursing journey? So when I became a mom, I was 14. And that alone is a segment for itself. So I'm not gonna go into complete detail, but yes, I had a baby at 14, young as F, trying not to cuss so much, young as F, and you know, here I am to this day. I have my own things, and you know, I grind. I went through a lot of different obstacles, but at the end of the day, I'm here, I made it. And then my nursing journey. So originally my first degree, I was in school for pre-med, and I decided that this wasn't for me because chemistry was kind of a difficult subject for me. And with the MCAT, that was a big part of the exam was chemistry. And I'm like, oh my God, if I can't get chemistry together, I am not gonna get accepted to medical school. I'm not gonna pass the MCAT. And that probably wasn't like the right idea to have. Like I probably should have just kept trying, but at the time I was just like, I want to have things on my own. Like I want to be able to provide for my child. Like I don't have time. Like I want to be in her life. Like at that time in school, like I was just constantly studying, constantly not having time to spend with her and have fun and just live a regular non-stressful life, because being in school is stressful. It is so stressful. I probably cried almost every week my freshman year because it was so hard. I came from like a Cleveland public school. You don't really learn as much as the kids that come from all those other better schools. So it was hard for me. And going to medical school and having to go to school for another 4 years, and then to do your residency and to do everything else, like that just would have been too much. So I decided to go into nursing, and at the time the school that I went to, BWU, did not have a nursing program. They started to have an accelerated program, but that was the beginning of their accelerated program, and I didn't want to be the guinea pig to that. So I ended up applying for an accelerated nursing program that was 16 months of very hard work. I do not, don't try that at home, kids. No, I don't know. Like it was very, very hard. I don't understand how I even managed to make it through, especially because my father ended up passing away during nursing school, which was very, very hard on me as well and my family. And it was just a heartbreaking time, but at the end of the day, I had to do it, and my father wanted me to do it, so I pushed through that. And nursing school is no joke. It's hard, especially when you're in an accelerated nursing program. There is no working. I probably worked twice a week, and then I went into a job where I was able to like study at the same time, which is a kind of job that you need. Like you need like a work study kind of job, because nursing school is hard. You got all these exams and clinical hours and all that stuff. Also another segment, like a whole different video for that. Like I can go in more detail about my nursing journey, but just know that it's really nothing to play with. Okay, I gotta finish my makeup and then I'll finish some of these questions. So I'm just gonna do that. Be right back. camera keeps dying on me. So what was the other question? Oh, I probably should have said this question in the relationship area, but somebody asked me, would I be so like open and broadcasting my relationship on social media like I did before? And honestly, I really don't have an answer for that. I don't know. I guess it really depends on the person. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be secretive about my relationship, or if I'm just gonna keep it private or what. I guess it just really all depends on how I feel. It's very risky because people are gonna be all in your business, and especially if they fall in love with with your couple goals, then they look at you as being like something to look up to. And I think that's another reason why I just couldn't continue on pretending, because I know there's people that look up to me, and the relationship I was in, like I got so many comments on videos that him and I would have, and I just didn't want to like set that kind of example to anybody, and especially to even my daughter. Like, I don't want to pretend. I've never been a person to pretend. I'm very transparent on my social media, probably more than what I should have been. If you guys been following me, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But like, just say, like, never point the finger at the woman or anybody unless you really know the situation. Like, don't be pointing a finger, because you really don't know. You don't know what goes on in other people's relationships, and I think that's just so distasteful and so disrespectful to the person, especially when you don't know a single thing that person went through. You don't know if they're being abused. You don't know if they got physically abused. You don't know anything that they're going through mentally. So for you to sit there and completely bash another woman or bash a man, that's just, it's hurtful to that person. They're already going through enough, and granted, that person shouldn't even be paying attention to stuff like that, but it's just like, it's kind of like annoying. Like, for me, it's annoying. It makes me want to just punch somebody in the face. It's just like, hey, you don't know this person like I know this person. Let's see. Oh my goodness, where's my comb? Oh my god, my makeup is running. And this is the get ready with me. I have to put a shirt on or something. We have to look good. I'm going to do like try on hauls and get ready with me's like full, not just makeup and hair. So I really hope you guys enjoyed me answering the questions. I really was like nervous to answer some of these questions. They were triggering, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And I enjoyed doing my makeup with you guys and doing my hair. So make sure again you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.